All right, here we go. Connor Daly, Joey Molinaro, back again. How you doing, my man?
Good. Is this Speed Street yet? I don't know.
We still don't know. It's just labeled Connor
It's
and
a great
Joey
name.
show,
I keep thinking of Speed Street, and I just keep saying Speed Street, but also, I don't know. I keep thinking of maybe something better, but who knows?
Yeah. It would be really cool on a T-shirt, I think.
Speed Street, yeah.
Just
Just a couple dudes in a barbecue. I don't know. On Speed Street, cooking brats and burgers for the boys.
You could go that way. You could have the street signs, or
Yeah.
it could just be straight up like kind of the 90s, 80s like speed font. It's like Speed Street.
Some like the old
colors.
Speed Channel back in the day. Remember Speed Channel?
Oh yeah. Is that what you used to fall asleep to?
Oh, Speed Channel, man, that was big. My dad used to do commentating on the Speed Channel.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would see. For me, it was like MLB Tonight.
Yeah.
But you were
hitting dingers, obviously.
Yeah, it's Baseball Tonight with Carl
Baseball
Ravitch,
Tonight.
and you're on Speed Street, or Speed Channel.
Street,
There we go. It was meant to be. So we got to recap the Big Machine Vodka GP at IMS. Get your thoughts on that. The Brickyard. The Daytona didn't happen. The Brickyard happened the day after.
Big, massive show of poo.
A lot of crashes.
I liked it a lot, but it was a disaster at the end.
Very interesting coming off of Music City GP for you guys, where there was also similar kind of, but a lot better ending for you guys with the Music City GP, I'd say, than
controversy.
What we saw
There was
with
some
the Brickyard.
controversy.
So we got that. Connor, you're back on the track Wednesday. We're recording Wednesday. You're back on the track Wednesday, Thursday. Not the track. You're doing dirt track.
Dirt racing. Yeah, we're big dirt racing people now. Have you been to a dirt race yet?
No, I'm going Wednesday night, and I'm thrilled. I'm very excited.
Yes, well, that is tonight, so that's going to be great. You know what? It's a completely different form. Oddly enough, my teammates for this event, unofficially, because our team Dia Edge Racing, boom, we got the hat ready to go and everything, are Chase Elliott and Chase Briscoe. So two NASCAR Cup guys, very, very high level in the Cup Series, which is awesome. And it's fun. Now, it's very different for me. I went to last night we had basically you draw for your starting position in the heat races. So it's just a random. It's like a fantasy football draft almost. Like you
got a good spot.
I was picked 27 of 71, so right in the middle, which wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And there are 8 heat races, and they put all the different people. And I think there's only 7 or 8 starting spots in each heat or something like that. I don't know how the math works out, but yeah, you got to pick where you want. There's this whole system where I won't really go deep into it, but if you win the heat race, that's great. But realistically, if you pick to start last and you pass a lot of cars, that's good for passing points. That means that you make it into some other heat race. So there's a lot going on there that I didn't understand. And that community, the dirt racing community, I don't know if they really appreciate me as much as when I try to crack jokes off on the mic. Very, very quiet as opposed to the IndyCar.
Oh,
the IndyCar
wow,
world.
you're,
I don't know if they like me or not yet. I have a few good friends that are drivers that are really good dudes. But I think that community either is very judgmental of me. I'm like the only IndyCar driver coming to do it, and I don't know what it is. But I'm still trying to get some respect in the streets in the dirt game.
You're bombing. You're bombing on stage.
I'm bombing. I don't know what's going on there, but it's a very there are so many good drivers in that community, and I really respect the heck out of them actually. But I don't know if they know that, so I'm trying to be respectful of the community because I'm not good at dirt racing yet, and but I have a great time competing in it.
There you go. Now, when you and other drivers, I mean, you guys are in front of the camera a lot. You're in front of the mic a lot. You got to do events with sponsors. Do you have kind of like a set, almost similar to a stand-up comic that when you go up there, you're like, okay, I know I'm going to hit this line. I'm going to hit this, turning left joke. I'm going to hit. Do you have something like that? Or?
No. I mean, I think there's a few things that pretty much everyone kind of knows that I'm going to say. I'm either going to make fun of my diabetes or going to talk about something, be self-deprecating at some point.
So you kind of do a little bit.
Yeah. So there's that. But it's like if you – I find the same thing happens if you go up and talk to a new sponsor that don't really know anything about you, and you try to crack something that's
it's all business there
that really your core fans would know, but these folks don't know. So I actually find it kind of nerve-wracking going up there in front of the dirt community because I'm like, look, I think these guys think I'm a piece of trash, but I actually like this community a lot.
So you say, I mean, hey, you're singing their praises, so it's all
I
you can
know.
do,
I was like, I like them a lot. So I think though I need to do a little bit better. Like if I do well in the race, maybe that's where this respect comes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's gonna be cool. I'm glad you're coming because it's a wild experience, especially at IMS, like in turn 3, inside of turn 3. It's a cool deal.
I have been to the last 3 IndyCar races, and I got to tell you, I mean, my excitement for this dirt racing is right there along with them. I don't know. I'm fascinated because I've never really seen anything like it. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be a part of the dirt racing community too.
Well, see, part of this whole show, we wanted to introduce you to more forms of racing. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to learn more about sports, and you're going to learn more about more forms of racing, and this is definitely one of them. This is, as Indiana men as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dirt tracks in Indiana. So
that's what Tony Stewart came up on, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and Jeff Gordon too,
Jeff Gordon, big dirt guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be out there tonight.
Oh, awesome.
He's going to be out there on Thursday night as well.
Very good.
Jeff Gordon, I think, is like the honorary starter or something tonight.
Hell
so
yeah.
Jeff, a lot of big names. I start right behind Ryan Newman in my heat.
Holy
race.
smokes!
Ryan Newman, another Indiana man.
I'm not even a big NASCAR guy.
Yeah,
I know Ryan.
You know
Newman.
who Ryan Newman is? Yeah, he flew through the sky that one time. Big crash.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned Chase Briscoe. You mentioned Chase Elliott. Chase Briscoe, another Indiana man.
Kyle Larson also racing.
Kyle Larson. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of big names.
So I know we're hopping around here, but Robin Miller wrote that Kyle Larson needs to be in the Indy 500 next year. What are your thoughts?
I completely agree. I would love to see Kyle Larson in the Indy 500. Right now, there are talks about him being the best driver in the whole world. So, like,
I saw Mario Andretti comparisons.
Yeah,
Today's Mario Andretti.
I think he is very, 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 very elite, and I would love to see what he can do at the Indy 500. There is no doubt that he would be good, right? It's just a matter of how he adapts to the racing, It's very, very hard to win it in your first year. Obviously, Alex Rossi did, right? There's a couple guys who did. But I think he would definitely be with a good team. It's not like he would be with a bad team. He's not going to show up with, some teams going to struggle to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be awesome for our sport. It would be awesome for, again, an incredible crossover, because I think Jimmie Johnson's going to eventually run the Indy 500 as well. So if you had Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Larson in the field, along with, a bunch of former F1 guys. And
I was going to say, Roman Grosjean kind of hinted at it this weekend.
I think he's going to be tipping his toe in the old full season waters here at some point. So there's a lot of excitement going on around IndyCar, and that's that's part of it.
Can you imagine? I mean, that'd be fantastic. You have Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Larson, Roman Grosjean, along with all of you guys who are already running the show anyway. I mean, that's just fantastic.
A lot of heat on the streets, as they say. A lot of heat in these IndyCar streets, which is very, very exciting. So I think we have a lot of positives, and if you're not following IndyCar racing, well, we needed more ratings over the weekend, sadly, for the IndyGP. But I don't know what happened with TV ratings.
A little bit of a dip off there, but
I don't know how that works.
I think.
Do you know how TV ratings work?
Well, I think a few things were going to go up against you guys. I think a Saturday noonish 1 o'clock start isn't great.
Yeah. Was there NFL preseason games going on?
Yeah, there's preseason all day. There was
trying to see if Tim Tebow's gonna not get cut.
which
R.I.P. Tim Tebow.
That was short lived.
Yeah.
A lot of people were excited about Justin Fields with the Bears. You know what I mean? But 1 o'clock, 12:30 start on a Saturday, beautiful day. Summer's winding down. It was on NBC Sports Network. It wasn't on. So I think there was just a lot of different factors that were going against it. But it was in person. I mean, turn 1 for that
crowd
course.
Was great,
turn 4. I mean, it was a packed house. So
IndyCar never has that problem. Like spectator wise, we have a great crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Like every race, we have great crowds, which is awesome. And I think a lot of it comes down to the hype around Nashville was massive because, again, that was an NBCSN race as well, and that was one of our most watched races on NBCSN ever. So it's just a matter of how hyped is it, right? We had a lot of hype videos.
Yeah.
We had Sheryl Crow and Mario Andretti out on the streets. Was it Sheryl Crow?
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, and there was a lot of hype in the Indy GP. Like, we all just kind of like Indy GP, you know what I mean? But like,
it was kind of the hangover race.
Yeah, I guess so. But it is such a good race there. So that's kind of like, it's something I'll never understand. I'm like, how do you guys not understand that you all watched Nashville? Maybe everyone was angry that there was a lot of red flags. But then, how do we not just be like, all right, well, we're going to tune in to see what happens next week? You know what I mean?
No,
it's like our favorite reality show.
Right, I get it. Yeah, it's the novelty of the whole new city, the bridge, the first time being there, a lot of hype for it everywhere, on national broadcasts. And then, like you said, it was just kind of because, I mean, we'll get into the race, but fairly clean race till the very end. There was passing going on, right? I mean, there was, it was
rub downs out there, some contact. I saw Joseph Newgarden hit Sato. I saw me get a stuck throttle with a lot of people rubbing doors. You know what I mean?
Scotty McLaughlin's flying through the air.
Flying through the air, and he took out my teammate Renus, poor guy.
So I mean, it was everything opposite of what you saw in Nashville, but I think a few of the different things that were working up against it. So let's get into it. Let's recap it. So you qualified. You went to the Fast 12.
Yes.
Friday.
Yep.
You get into the Fast 12. How are you feeling from that going into Saturday, starting 8th?
Well, we had a great car yet again, which is awesome, and we as a team we qualified 6th and 7th in May. But it was actually a lot closer this year, and so we qualified 8th and 9th. But I was only a 10th and a half off pole, which in May I was like 6 cents off pole or something like that. So it was a much more condensed field now. So we were definitely closer. And for the race, it was okay. Like, for some reason, the outside row on the start, I don't know what happened there. I don't know whether it was because that new guy, Christian Garden man or whatever, the Danish man, the new fellow who was actually pretty quick. I don't know whether because he had never done a rolling start before in his life, but the outside row went nowhere. So it was a shame because I had a great start, but we had no draft. And so we kind of just settled in like behind Rossi, and Rossi eventually finished 4th. And once we got into it, we had some pace. We were quick. We had just one issue in the pits, which just held us up a little bit, which is a shame. And it's part of the game sometimes. But yeah, once we kind of lost a couple seconds there, it was kind of in recovery mode, and Simon and I were battling aggressively. The whole first stint, I used almost all of my overtake to try and defend from Simon, and he almost used all of his overtake as well.
Yeah,
so,
and a lot of that was I was sitting right there at the beginning of really on the straightaway, beginning of turn 1, kind of where you guys would brake to get in, and I felt like a lot of that was happening right in front of me. I felt like I saw the Air Force car and the Bright Menards car just going every lap back and forth. So.
Yeah, it was a tough one. So eventually, we were ahead of him in the first stint, and then once we kind of fell back a couple seconds, after our pit stop deal, I tried to pass him, and then I got a stuck throttle, which I've never had in IndyCar ever, and as soon as I hit the brakes, the throttle was still on in a certain percentage, so I just went flying straight off the track, and I had to do I had this big warning thing on my dash, like, get out of here, you're stuck throttle. I said, oh, well, that's great. And there is a way to reset it, which we did, and then we kept going. But again, we lost. The crazy part about these races is just 1 second is just so massive. 1 second. I mean, we're talking being behind Rossi, who ended up finishing 4th. We finished 11th because we lost maybe 6 seconds in 2 different places. Like 3 seconds one place and then 3 in another. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how that works. Even Graham, I was up Graham's tailpipes for an entire stint, getting ready to pass him. And, he finishes 6th and Sato's 7th, 8th, whatever it is. And, Joseph came, had such a fast car, great stints, boom, got right out of the pits in front of me by about half a second. Yep. And it's very hard to pass here. Right. So, and I didn't have much overtake left at the end. So it's those just tiny things that just kind of stopped us. But again, I mean, finishing 11, it was still our best finish of the season, which sucks because 11th sucks. But we've been putting together a lot more consistent races lately, which is really encouraging. And we're in a way better spot this year than where we were last year. When I kind of thought back on it this morning on the way here, I was like, there was a lot of races last year where we were just trying to stay on the lead lap. You know what I mean? And now we're not even thinking about that anymore. I mean, we're thinking about, we're often in the top 5, top 3 in Nashville. Top 10,
Sure.
trying to figure out how to make that happen, how to get these finishes to come through. So we're in a much better spot. We just haven't had all the little green check marks in all the box. You know what I mean? Like we've needed to check all the boxes to get a good finish. But you know what? We're actually slowly moving up, and we're just kind of getting there, and we're being consistent. We're beating our teammate, which is kind of all that matters when it comes down to a 2-car team. Is you got to beat your teammate, and so we're doing that. So
I feel
exciting.
like I feel like every race, from where you've qualified. I mean, this one not counting because you're up at 8th and finished 11th, but still, it wasn't. But what I'm saying is that I feel like you're always moving up spots. It may not be that finish that you want.
We're in the fight,
but everywhere that you qualify, I feel like all of a sudden, you're finishing, jumping up 7 spots, 6 spots, 8 spots. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's got to be.
No, it was nice. Yeah, and honestly, I was happy to see Will Power win. I saw him at dinner after the race too, and Will was getting all kinds of lit up with his wife. They were having a great time. I said, you know what? This is exactly what you do when you go out and win. You have a nice little steak dinner with your lady, and just have a great time. And we had a large party ourselves, which was a great time because NASCAR Xfinity race raced right after us.
Yep.
Which we watched. Sage Karam, our pal, who from the wedding there, did a great job. His car ended up not helping him out at the end, but that was a great race.
Still cool to see him out there.
That was a great race. Austin Cindric won it because we're covering all motorsport here in this show, which we forgot to do. But Austin Cindric won the Xfinity race. Noah Gragson, he stayed at my house that night. He got real drunk.
You were,
and you know what? I did too. We had a great time.
So who was the DJ? Envy was good.
Mac J, Mackenzie Johnson, former go-kart racer of a teammate of mine. Mackenzie Johnson, DJ Mac J. If you don't know him, look him up on the internet. Great man, great musician.
So the racing, he said, "Nah, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go DJ."
Well, he got too tall. He's like 6'4", 6'3". So like he was like
fuck that.
He did a little bit of Formula BMW back in the day, some lower level Formula car stuff, and then he decided to go DJ at college parties. And then sure enough, here he is now, which was wild. He came to the race Saturday, enjoyed it. One of my best friends, probably. He's a very, very smart guy, and we had a great time on Saturday at the old Indy nightclub. I don't know where you were, but
is that kind of your go-to?
It is. That's the only place we go to go. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So when you're not on Mass Ave, because I feel like you hop around to a few different spots on Mass Ave, but when you're not Mass Ave, you're Envy.
Well, I think we eat at Mass Ave sometimes. You know what I mean? You pop into Livery, pop into the Oakmont.
Yeah.
And then you go to the South Meridian.
Yeah,
seems to be the move. I enjoy it because you get I like a little electronic. Let's bounce our heads off the wall and have a nice time.
The time, yeah. I mean, I've only been to Envy one time, but the time I did, it was a great time.
What? Yeah,
I loved it, man.
We got real
awesome.
loony.
Yeah, it was. And then you said you're not upstairs. You don't like the upstairs that much.
No, we were on the down. Yeah, gotta be on street level. You know what I mean?
Okay,
street level. Yeah.
See, I thought that the upstairs was more exclusive.
No, it's I don't think so.
Oh,
yeah, okay. It was exclusive for us at the time because you're a high level celebrity. Joey Molinaro needed a section above everything.
Get out of here!
He needed the overlooking table.
No, we had we had half a Team Penske in there. And you can't have Raj knowing the details.
None of Team Penske showed up for this Saturday night. There was not one IndyCar driver there. I was like, well, you know what? We thought it was going to be a great time. Turns out everyone's old and boring again.
Saturday night I had a doubleheader. Okay, so I had the IndyCar race, which I was cracking first Budweiser, Bud Heavy at 10:30 a.m.
Couple domestics.
My one of my good pals. He has a house off Sarah Fisher
Street.
Yeah, Fisher Ave, and so you can literally see the pagoda from his front porch. Man, it's fantastic.
Big Speedway guy.
Oh yeah, and so we got there, cracked the first beer at 10:30. Probably got into the track about noon, kept it going. We're, having ourselves a time drinking throughout the race. Great race. And then it was like, oh, damn, got to kind of not kind of, had to sober up a little bit, stop ourselves, and then
get some H2O in our bodies, maybe.
Go get ready for a wedding.
Oh,
so
you had a wedding?
A wedding Saturday night.
Oh man,
7 o'clock. Yeah, so it was literally a day-night doubleheader. We had the 12:30 race, and then we had a 7 p.m. wedding.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't have been in any shape to go to the nightclub that night then.
No, man. And you know what? I was pushing for it. I was, but the old wife was ready to turn it in after an open bar.
She was at the track with you too, so I mean,
she had a day.
Yeah,
she had a day. God love her. She had a day, and at the wedding it was free wine, cash bar for wine and beer. And then you had the specialty cocktails that you had to pay for.
Yeah.
But so
do they have names on them, like special names, like they had to do with the people getting married?
That's a great question.
Like Ron's lemonade or something.
So when me and Rye got married, we only had one cat at the time. We were baby parents because now we have 3 cats and a dog.
That's a lot of cats.
A lot of cats, yes. So we have full house. But at the time, we only had one cat. Her name is Ruby, and so we had our own specialty drink. It was called the Ruby Sue, and it was lemonade and blackberry lemonade and vodka, and it was a really nice drink.
Yeah, it sounds luscious.
It was very good. So yes, that is
Wondrous.
a thing that happens with people named.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing before we move on from IndyGP, a big moment for me in my life.
Okay.
Jimmie Johnson and I traded helmets.
Wow.
Traded helmets.
Very
It's
cool.
like trading your jersey with like it's like Tim Tebow trading a jersey with Jesus. But and Jimmie Johnson is Jesus in this scenario.
Yeah. Well, I'd give you more credit than old Timmy Tebow there, for sure. But that's So how does that work? You just hit him up, you walk by him like, hey Jimmy, can we trade helmets?
Well, you know what was funny? I don't know. I don't think you were there, but like we were pitted next to each other in Nashville, and he walked up to me before the first practice. He comes up and he says, "This is your type of city, isn't it?" And I said, I love Nashville. Jimmie knows, Jimmie and I, the first time I met Jimmie, we actually got real drunk together in Miami because he had just won another championship in NASCAR, and we were down there for it. Me and Marco and Alex Rossi were down there. And I was like, I like Jimmie Johnson. I didn't really know Jimmie that well, but I like Jimmie Johnson.
I mean, this is like the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, I mean, he's the GOAT of NASCAR, essentially. And so I was like, yeah, man, love Nashville. And then when I saw him he had he basically has a new helmet every weekend, right? Because you can do that when you're a 7-time champion. You're gonna, because he's trying to get a helmet collection himself too. So if he gets a new helmet every race, boom, he gets like 17 different helmets this year. Mm-hmm. So for some reason, I looked at his helmet. I like it was white. There was some white with like blue and like chrome, and I was like, man, the white helmets right now are like cool. Like I thought it was awesome. I literally looked at him. I said, I want that helmet. He's like, done. All right, let's do it. I said, all right, well, you can have this one, which is the one I was using in Nashville too.
Nice.
And so he texted me that next week. He's like, hey, let's do it on the Thursday before everything's happening. So we couldn't do it Thursday. He was busy. I was busy, whatever. I was like, oh, man, we got to make this happen.
Yeah.
Then Friday, before practice, I texted him. I said, hey, man, I'm ready to go. What's going on? He's like, I can't find the helmet.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what are you talking about? You can't find the helmet. I know where all my helmets are at all times. Like, these are very important things. And he's like, well, we found it, but now it doesn't have a visor. I was like, what's going on in your life? Like, who is managing this program?
Too many handlers for JJ.
But eventually, you know what? We got it. And I tell you what, it's a very, very cool possession. I like trading with the guys that we respect out there on the track. Mm-hmm. And that was really cool. So that was big jersey trade moment for that's the only helmet trade I've done this year so far.
Really good photo op. Very
great photo
cool.
op. Yeah.
Now I've been to your place. I've seen the helmet collection. Does Jimmie get a special box above everybody else? Where does that go? No, just
I don't have enough furniture. I'm already like planning on in the next. I need a house. Like I need a man basement where I can where I got some square footage just to lay out everything. You know what I mean? I got a couple stands from IKEA right now that I'm trying to stack helmets on. But I actually, oddly enough, I ended up putting Jimmie right next to Tony Kanaan, and they're actually sharing a car this year. So
nice.
It makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Good deal, man. That's that is very, very big. So.
It was a fun moment. I'm not gonna lie.
Overall, pretty successful weekend.
It was. NASCAR Cup race though.
Man,
that was.
Your stepdad, the Preds, he was out there busting ass, man. That was
for
very
those
cool.
for those who didn't watch the Cup race, look, it was actually a great race for a long time. I enjoyed the stages. I thought there was some good racing going on there. We had Chase Briscoe, an Indiana man, up fighting at the front. He started struggling with some brakes, but Kyle Larson again showed why he's an all-around, incredible talent. But at the end, big issues with the racetrack. But realistically, I think it's more on the drivers, honestly. I was talking to some people. There are these curbs in turns 5 and 6, very fast chicane. The NASCAR stock cars are, a little bit lower to the ground with the front of their cars than we are.
Yeah.
And they decided basically that they could go a little bit quicker when they're all next to each other and they can't see by jumping all these curbs, right? And so who could take more of the curb? And it just ended up being a complete disaster because the whole race, it's fine, right? The whole race is fine. And then the curb is one of the nicest curbs, I think, in motorsport, actually. But the front of these stock cars are locked to the ground. So every time that they come up and slap this curb, it's like pulling something. You know what I mean?
It's like when you're going up a slanted driveway and you kind of like.
Exactly. It's sort of like that. Yeah. You gotta take it at an angle.
Right.
These guys were just hammering it, right?
Sure.
So the problem is, it started ripping cars apart.
Yeah.
And if you saw the accident, one restart, everyone's going through there side by side, and it just starts ripping front ends of cars off, just destroying. Because once that's up and all those cars go at the same time, no one can see. So you're having 10 to 15 cars go over this basically like a jagged obstacle. It's like one of those. It's like, when you return your rental car and they have those those spike things that if you reverse, you die essentially.
Don't want you to steal it.
So it was like going over one of those that rips off the front of your car.
Perfect.
And it was actually I was watching at brunch because brunch is great, and I was like, what is happening here? Like, I couldn't believe that half the field was wrecked.
By the way, that was like 2:45. When this is happening.
It was like 4 p.m.
It's
now,
more of just lunch, maybe an early dinner.
Brunch combined with dinner.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it was a wild scene. And my stepdad, president of the track, he had to get out there with a broom and start. They pulled some curbs off. Eventually, they finally finished the race, but. It's really on the drivers because, honestly, if there was a wall there, you wouldn't go there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But because they get a little bit of freedom, they can use maybe some of this space. You try to do it. So it's like it was with us in Nashville. Like Nashville, a lot of that was on our fault, was on the drivers. Mm-hmm. Drivers are hitting each other, putting each other in the wall. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that. So it was a wild scene. To see A.J. Allmendinger win, though. I love A.J. Allmendinger. I'm a big A.J. Allmendinger fan. We were rookies together at the Indy 500 in 2013 when he drove for Penske, and very, very good friend of mine. So I love seeing his emotion. He loves Indianapolis. He knows he's an open wheel guy. So he knows he knows how cool this place is. And it was in the end, even though it was chaotic, great winner.
What a name.
A.J. Allmendinger.
Allmendinger. Man, that's...
Ding donger.
It could, we talk...
Dinger.
It could work for multiple sports. It's a great racing name. Yeah. Would be a hell of a baseball name.
Allmendinger.
Allmendinger.
Yeah.
I mean, hey...
Can you imagine if he was playing baseball?
It's just... Yeah, it's too good. Or he could be like it's like a linebacker name. If he's playing football.
Yeah.
Allmendinger out there.
A.J. Allmendinger on the outside.
Just cracking heads, dude.
Yeah.
That works on...
Breaking people's
levels,
shins.
Dude. Yeah. Definitely wears like a cowboy collar,
Oh, there's no way he doesn't wear one of those cowboy... Mike Allstott style. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's our guy, Mike
exactly.
Allstott.
So, yeah, big weekend, successful weekend in Indy. That's it for Indy, though, right? I mean, until next year.
That's it. That's all we got. The dirt race. We're going dirt race.
Hell yeah. So it's not over yet.
Not over yet.
But
by the end of this week, it will be over.
Yeah. So it's been a hell of a year. But some big news coming. That's supposed to be dropping Thursday. Again, recording on Wednesday. But the announcement came out. The announcement came out from IndyCar that there's a press conference happening in Iowa.
Yes.
Roger Penske, Bobby and Graham Rahal,
the
folks at Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee. Let's go gas stations.
And we're thinking that it's looking like that the Iowa 300 is going to be making a return.
Yes.
How we feel about that?
Well, I obviously love it because that's where I've scored my only pole in IndyCar. It's an incredible track. It was a complete travesty that we weren't there this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't know why that happened. So
I was going to say, I saw this variety of COVID money.
Yeah. It's all down to money in the end. But Hy-Vee has obviously been a very serious partner of Rahal Letterman this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they are, I believe, based in Iowa, from what I know, or something or other. And I heard from Bud Danker, who is part of the Penske organization, very, very high-level man, a lot of great things about those people over there in Iowa and the track, and that I think, the racing event itself will return, but I think there's going to be like some really cool stuff kind of surrounding it. And I'm hoping like a music festival type atmosphere.
Oh.
A couple days of maybe some concert activity, maybe some motor racing as well. So I like the energy around Iowa because
Nice.
we need another oval.
Exactly,
We need some more competitive oval racing. I think for us as a sport, it's incredible.
Now, do you think I wrote about this in the blog on barstoolsports.com, kind of covering the to-be announcement? I was like, this seems, obviously the last couple of years before this year, it was around under the lights, right?
Big old night race.
Night race. To me, that seems like, with the news with NBC, a perfect pairing of a, June or July race on a Saturday night on the big NBC. Let's get the national broadcast with the under the lights prime time.
We need it. Night races are the best. Like we have a night race this weekend in St. Louis.
Very excited about that.
Going to be an awesome one. And yeah, Iowa. I mean, Iowa is such great racing. Like with the way our tires fall off there and the way the track is, it's kind of old and rugged now, and I've obviously very much enjoyed it. We finished in the top 10 there. Actually, top 12 there. The last two races we've done there. And been on the pole, so it's just a great event. Saturday night under the lights. Let's get Guns N' Roses to perform right before the race. Let's get something very serious to get out there and get going. But that's what we need in Iowa. Is Slipknot from Iowa? Get Slipknot. Well,
they seem like an Iowa band.
I don't know.
Who
knows? Let's just get some wild Iowa band or some great music.
I'm gonna look that up because I think there is a famous.
I think it is. They are from Iowa, but I believe one of the guys from Slipknot just died, which is very sad. I don't know.
Slipknot, dude, you nailed it.
I know. Slipknot is from Iowa.
Dang.
I know. Look, I don't know where I got that random fact, but. That's what we're going for.
That was nice.
Some high energy in Iowa for sure. I love it there with great race fans there. Newton, Iowa.
Should be great, man. I obviously haven't made it out to there, so I'm hoping we'll get the announcements on Thursday from old Raj and the Rahals, and we'll be making the plans for 2022 to make it out there. Very, very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Couple things here before we wrap up. I wrote a blog.
Yes.
Casting a movie about the Indy 500.
Yep.
And now I know that turbo has happened with the snail that is fast.
Yes.
The animated movie and everything. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a live action film.
I saw the title to this, by the way, but I did not read it. So
about the Indy 500. I said, hey, F1 has a Netflix series. NASCAR, has Talladega Nights, right? That's kind of their call to the big screen.
Yes.
It's like, how does the biggest sporting event in the world, how can it not have something involved with the big screen?
Yeah.
So I went through and I took it upon myself, while I'm still working on the script and the plot of the said movie. I was like, let's cast it. Let's see what we got and see who would be playing these fellas. So I want to see what you think here. I started at the top. With Roger Penske.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the owner of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the captain. Yep. Well, I want to see if you can guess. Who would you say? Do you have any actors off the top of your head? Roger Penske.
Roger Penske. So the first thing I thought of, actually, which is kind of funny, and it's the wrong accent, but I watched the movie The Rock last night.
Okay.
And the old fellow, what's the old fellow's name?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Yeah.
He's actually dead.
I know.
Okay.
But I thought Sean Connery would have been perfect. I did know he was dead, I promise you. But, when I saw him and his white hair in that movie last night, I was like, that's kind of like a Roger Penske powerful vibe. You know what I mean?
I said...
R.I.P.
I said, yeah. I said Clint Eastwood.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Clint Eastwood for sure.
He's got that
That was really good. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
He's got that aura, he's got that presence about him. Yeah, he's got the kind of the growl.
Hey.
Like you don't want to really mess with Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood.
I text Roger Penske this morning. I felt cool about it.
Are you? Is that a very scary thing? There's no way that Roger Penske like texts on his own, right?
He's a big texter apparently. Roger Penske's a big texter. Doug Bowles told me that Roger Penske's a big text guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely talk to text.
Has he responded? No.
Does he have his read receipts on?
I don't. That would be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, no way. He has
Can't
his
tell
read receipts
yet.
on, or he does, and he just doesn't know how to turn them off.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Doug Bowles,
Okay.
stepdad, the Prez.
Matt Damon.
Wow. Okay.
You think Matt Damon?
I did
You
not
could see
say.
it?
I did not say Matt
Okay,
Damon.
all right.
I could see it though now.
Yep.
This photo that I put of him in there, I could see a little Matt Damon in there.
Yeah.
for sure.
See, Matt Damon.
I said a little fella by the name of James Marsden. And you're gonna,
I know who
you
James Marsden is. Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
He's kind of got the nose and the eyes a little bit right there.
I don't know. He's got a wide face though.
Yeah, but like with the hair like that, and then James Marsden's played JFK in a movie, so I'm like, he's played Perez. He's he got JFK. Doug has
James Marsden.
Doug has a little bit of
That guy's kind of funny.
He doesn't have an accent, but he has a particular way of talking. So you'd have to get that cadence down, I think.
Yeah, cadence.
What about Mario Andretti? What do you think?
Mario Andretti? Oh my gosh, who would play Mario Andretti? I really don't. I nothing pops to my head right now.
Gotta be older.
He's got to be an older guy.
Gotta be Italian.
Because we're talking like current era movie.
Yeah.
Like who are playing these guys right
now? Like if it's about this series right now going into next year's 500.
Who's that? No. I was gonna. You don't remember that Always Sunny in Philadelphia? The small
Danny
short
DeVito. That's pretty funny, man.
Have Danny DeVito lose a little weight.
If you took a comedic approach to Mario Andretti,
little Danny DeVito, Mario Andretti, because Mario's a small guy, you know what I mean? But
He's
Mario's still a fit individual, so get Danny DeVito to lose a little weight, and we'll talk.
That's funny, man. I said Al Pacino.
Okay,
that makes sense.
That is, yeah. Honestly, that's incredible. Al Pacino, Mario Andretti. I mean, they could probably hang out and smoke cigars together.
For sure. They probably already have.
They probably do, yeah. He's been in
say.
Mario's basement without a doubt.
Colton Herta.
Colton Herta. I'm terrible with names. The from Superbad.
Yep. Michael Cera.
100%.
Wait,
did I get?
You guessed it, bro.
Michael Cera for sure.
100%.
I did not even read this article. I promise you.
I know
and
you
I'm
didn't.
glad that we both thought about that. Michael Cera.
Dude, they look just like
kind of flopping around like, hey,
lanky. They look just like they kind of soft spoken.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I play League of
hey,
Legends 12 hours a day.
I kind
He
of
does.
I drum and play League of Legends, and then I drive and I cuss my dad out when I'm behind the wheel.
Yeah, Dad, eat nuts. Yeah, like whoa, all right.
Stop fucking talking to me, Dad.
Yeah, jeez.
I don't think you're gonna get Joseph here, Joseph Newgarden.
I mean, literally just pick any of the most attractive actors in Hollywood. Let's go with Ryan Gosling. Let's go with
that's too easy.
The guy who dates Mila Kunis. I don't know.
Ashton Kutcher. That'd be interesting. Get the blonde hair
let's
going.
go with who else? Any superhero. Let's do Captain America. That's Joseph Newgarden.
You know what? I originally had that, but then I made a switch.
Okay.
I made an audible at the last second for
but
different
like all of
reasons.
those guys, like they all have chiseled figures, and they're all freaking awesome.
I went with Rudy Pankow from Outer Banks. A younger
I
fella.
just started watching season 2. No, I don't like that.
Don't like that one?
Don't like that because
Wow.
I hate that guy in Outer
Oh,
Banks.
okay.
I'm honestly so frustrated with Outer Banks right now because that show is so dumb. I don't like watching dumb people in shows.
Yep.
I've actually decided that, like, I understand that there's got to be drama in television shows, but just don't do, like, blatant, stupid stuff that people, like, you're an idiot. Like, of course that's going to happen because you shouted at the guy and he's got the gun. You know, like, stop.
Yeah.
So I'm out on that.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Okay.
I prefer Captain America.
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that here soon. Well, one thing, Mrs. Newgarden had quite the rude comment on Instagram. Marco Andretti, our pal, he did Doppelganger Tuesday.
I did see that.
And he jokingly put me and Joseph together with our cowboy hats.
Which was a great comparison.
I thought it was funny, and so I reposted the story, and I was like, ha, ha, ha. Mrs. Newgarden decides to reply back before LASIK and after LASIK because Joseph was on the left before LASIK, and then you get your eyes fixed, and you're like, oh, shit. I was like, that is the meanest thing anybody's ever said.
I don't get that.
Oh, my God. I'm like,
I don't see it.
I'm like, yeah, he's a trained professional athlete. Of course, he's going to be more chiseled than me. But
he could literally be a professional fighter.
I mean, jeez. I was like, that is just insulting.
It was. I did. It's disappointing.
I mean, after I spent Sunday at Nashville with her.
Yeah, they're nice people.
Good Lord, did not expect
She was
that.
a Disney princess. You think Disney princesses would say that to people?
What the hell is that about?
Come on now.
Alex Rossi.
Alex Rossi. You know who I immediately thought of
Who?
First, which was, you know the movie Fight Club?
Yeah.
Or do you know the movie The Italian Job?
Yes.
The bad guy in The Italian Job that had the little weird mustache. So like he eventually like stole all the money and took it for himself, and they had to. They had to.
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Yeah.
No way.
Ed Norton from The Italian Job. Like a shorter Alex Ross.
That is so funny. I'm so mad I didn't put that because I gave him such a good compliment here. I said Penn Badgley.
Who the heck is that? Oh, who is that guy from You?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's a creative killer. Got it. Great.
You can see. I mean, he's got kind of the skinny like mouth, nose, the 5
big
o'clock
hair,
shadow.
Big hair.
Yeah, but
Alex
doesn't.
does not have big hair.
I know. But
I don't like that because of the big hair.
Wow, but
you got to have small hair like Ed Norton.
I can't believe I paid that. Like, look at there on the left. I mean, that's you could see
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Maybe with shorter hair, this guy Penn's or whatever his name is.
Penn Badgley.
Penn.
Penn. Like
was
Sean
his family
Penn.
a big bowling guys?
That or they just owned like the ballpoint pen company.
Oh man, that's wild.
But you know what? I hate
Ed Norton.
I'm so pissed about it, and I'm gonna send him this clip because I'm so pissed because I got a text from Alex Rossi last night. He says, "Penn Badgley fucks." Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I guess so. And he also murders.
I was like, dude, I hate paying you a compliment like that. Shut up.
He didn't come out Saturday night.
Nope.
Didn't invite us to his house to hang out with celebrities and stuff like that.
Nope. And
did we get the boat invite?
Nope.
To be fair, I did, but it was too late already.
Oh, well.
It was like I was like, no, they couldn't have fit anyone else on that boat.
Yeah, I didn't get either. But Hinch.
Oh, Hinch. Hinch could be Chris Pratt. I could see Chris Pratt being Hinch because I watched the Tomorrow War like 2 nights ago.
You're close.
Wild movie, incredible film. I would say Chris Pratt for Hinch or man, I wish I would have had at least like 30 to 45 seconds to think this over because there are so many potentials for Hinch because he's very, very funny, great personality, but Chris Pratt like just kind of zapped right to my head.
I said Chris Evans. So you talked about Captain America. Look, hold on. Look at that picture of Hinch right there.
Yeah,
the slicked hair, the beard.
I see it, but I don't see it.
The charm.
I live with Hinch, and I don't see Chris Evans there.
Dang.
Yeah. Paul Giamatti.
I love Paul Giamatti. What an actor.
Yeah.
Hey, he could. Paul Giamatti's a character actor. He could play Hinch. He could get him down. That's for sure. Connor Daly. What about,
well, you know what's actually really funny? So I have a great story. This has never happened to me once, but Deadmau5 is a good friend of mine, DJ guy, right? Joel, and I used to stay at his house. Whenever we stayed at his housekeeper, she would always call me Matt Damon, and I don't know why. She's like, "Oh, is Matt Damon staying here today?" And I was like, "You know what? That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me." And Joel Deadmau5, he's like, "I don't really know if I see that, but maybe like without my beard and like with my shorter hair, like because when I first met Joel and when I first stayed at his house, I was like, this is like 2015, 2016 me, which is, no beard and clean cut.
No mullet.
And she kept calling me Matt Damon. And I really respected it. I said, Matt Damon is a great man. I mean, he's often being rescued, but
I could. Matt Damon could play you. Put the aviators on, you know?
I don't know.
What
What did we get here?
You're not going to know this guy by the name, I don't
Okay.
think. But he played Joker in the Batman television series.
Okay.
His name's Cameron Monaghan.
I know Cameron Monaghan.
Monaghan.
Yeah, he's in Shameless.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, he's a big Shameless guy.
all right. I didn't know. But
Yeah,
hey,
I don't know about that. He's far too ginger, I think.
he's a little, you know.
He's far too ginger, but he's a good actor.
He's a good actor. I see some similar facial structures. Again, throw the Air Force hat on him and the
He needs a beard, though,
aviators.
dude. I wish I was. Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's part of like when you're an actor, you take on the role. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he'd get the beard, he would get all, you know,
Yeah.
he'd get Connor Daly'd out. You know what I'm saying? So
You know who else I think Colton Herta could be?
who?
A young Frankie Muniz.
Oh wait, the guy from Big Fat Liar.
Yeah. And Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah.
I could see
For
that.
some reason, I see that because they're both kind of small. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And like I see their small faces just kind of being like, hoo-hoo.
That's a Colton sound for
Yeah,
sure. I
yeah.
hear you say that. A couple more. Marco Andretti. He did himself as he did himself as Mark Wahlberg, which
Yeah.
I was like,
see it.
he's got the connections. He could make it happen.
I mean, yeah, whatever guy absolutely, you know, does well with women.
Jack Harvey, Daniel Radcliffe, Harry
Daniel
Potter,
Radcliffe,
for sure,
yeah.
1000%, too close. Max,
Are there any ones that you really want me to like guess, like that would be interesting? Because we still have to do Indy 500
we
driver
still
of
have
the
one
week.
more. Yeah, let's see if you can guess Graham Rahal and what you think of this one.
Graham Rahal.
This was tough for me to cast.
Yeah, because he's got a very unique face. The Rahal face structure is very, very unique. Because my mom is best friends with Graham's mom. I've known Bob a long time. I dated Graham's sister when I was 18. Like I know this family. Yeah. Oh man, what about the guy from If Brad Pitt had black hair, because Brad Pitt from Ocean's 11 kind of has short hair.
That's some high praise for Graham there, man.
Well, I know. I don't necessarily know if that's true or not. But like, if Brad Pitt had black hair, and they kind of like, because like I feel like the way Graham smiles sometimes is kind of the way that Brad Pitt kind of like has that like cheeky smile.
He got
you know
a
what I mean?
big old grin.
Big gullet on him. Yeah,
he got a big old grin, but he's got a good smile.
Yeah,
You know, he's got a great
No, I
smile.
mean he makes millions of dollars, so he
Yeah.
better have a good smile.
Who
Who'd you go with? Brad Pitt's. I don't know how tall Brad Pitt is.
Well, that's another factor. I went.
It's
got to
be hair.
tall.
Yeah, see, I'm
it's got to
dummy.
have a big.
I
cheeky
should have looked
smile.
at this before.
I went with Noah Centineo.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. He looks like looks like Graham Rahal with poofy hair. You know who I just thought of?
Who?
And I just forget it.
Oh, okay.
I swear I just had something.
On next week's show.
No, my gosh, I just had something that would have been great.
Look, I
Who
mean,
the heck is
big
that
cheeky
guy?
smile.
Big cheeky
This
smile.
guy, Noah Centineo, is like the Netflix heartthrob guy right now. He's on
Okay,
like to all the
yeah.
boys, or all the boys I've loved before. Like every Netflix like teenage coming of age movie.
So he's a loser. He's a TikToker.
No, he's actually very famous. Like
Okay,
he's a big star. He's very famous, but like
Good for that guy.
he kind of talks like a douche a little bit.
Yeah, I can see
But,
that. So does Graham sometimes.
But if Noah Centineo got rid of the flop and just kind of had like the spiky Disney haircut, I could see Graham.
Yeah.
He's
Man,
tall.
I
They're
literally
both about
just
6'3".
something just flashed into my head. I have a dumb brain, I think, sometimes because I swear I had something great that would have popped in there.
Too many Brunners.
What about the guy? What about your guy from Star Wars? If like he had short hair.
Adam Driver?
Yeah. What about Adam Driver with short hair?
Yeah, I thought about
you see that?
I thought about that for sure.
Because they got
he's tall,
super dark hair.
dark
and he's-
hair.
Yeah, I thought about that.
But I'm just like, I'm trying.
But I can only see his hair long, really.
Right. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to make it as realistic, like
That's really.
as realistic. You know what I mean? Like, that's an A-list guy. You know, we've already got Al Pacino and like.
Yeah, we're out of budget.
Right. Yeah. So
we're out of budget.
But I said it'd be like the Ocean's 11 of racing. You know, it'd just be like the stars combine, and I got to figure out the plot.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be cool. So you can
love that.
read that, barstoolsports.com. Go check it out more. I have a few others, Will Power, Scott Dixon,
What about
Elio Castroneves.
What about Harrison Ford as Roger Penske?
You know what? I thought about that for sure. I was right there.
Yep.
He
Love
could
that
definitely
idea.
do it. Yeah. It was between him and Clint Eastwood, but for some reason I was just like, Clint's just got even more
Clint's
of
got
that,
that rugged face.
Yeah.
Roger's got a rugged face.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Big rugged face guy.
All right. Let's wrap up.
What else do we
Random
have?
Indy 500 driver
Oh,
of
yeah.
the week, the Ricky Treadway, random Indy 500 driver.
Ricky Treadway sponsored.
Connor, please
Yeah.
bestow
So
it.
I actually did want to talk about something else here, but
Okay.
you know what? It's fine. We jumped a hot tub limo, but I don't know. We can save that for another time.
Okay.
Because the official video hasn't come out yet. So just
shoot,
think
that's right. Let's do next week.
eventually we will talk about me being in a hot tub convertible limo that had a body of water in the back of it. A limo convertible with a hot tub / body of water in the back of it. We jumped at 60 feet at Travis Pastrana's house. No big deal. Whatever.
We'll talk about
We'll talk about that next week.
Next week, yeah.
So our random Indy 500 driver of the week. Now this from the 1995 field. Now I went with someone who did not qualify for this year.
Okay.
Didn't qualify.
Got bumped.
Did get bumped, and this man is Tero Palmroth. Tero Palmroth.
It's not even showing. You know how Google
Did you spell it right? Teropalmroth. Tero Palmroth.
But you know how, like, when Google autofills, not even an autofill.
Yeah, this
They're
was like,
who
are
the
you
fuck
looking
is this
for
guy?
IKEA? Yeah.
It sounds like
he's not an American man. I believe is he from Finland or Tero Palmroth? Where's he from?
no, you nailed it. Finland. It sounds like a resort in Florida.
So,
staying at the Palmroth?
Yeah, he's staying at the Palmroth, a big casino. Big casino at the Palmroth. Let's learn about him.
Okay, Tero Palmroth. He's a 500
still
baby.
alive
born,
or no?
Yeah, born May
Okay.
28th, 1953,
All right.
in Finland.
Yep,
He's a
big Finnish guy.
Former driver in the Kart Championship Series. He raced in the 1988-92 season with 12 career starts, including the 1988-91 Indy 500.
Boom. All right, so we did make some races.
His
That's
best
good.
kart finish was in 12th position at the 1990 Indy 500.
All right, 1990, right before I was born.
Top 15. There you
It's
go.
top 15 day for Tero.
Indy 500 results. 88, started 25th, finished 19th. 89, started 16th, finished 16th.
All right.
90, year you were born.
No, I was 91.
Started 16th, finished 12th.
Okay,
That was his
big
best.
day, big day, top 12.
And then 91, year you were born, started 26th, finished 23rd. Burpee boy. And then did not race 92, 93, and then 94 and 95 he got bumped both years.
Oh, man, imagine having to that's tough. The last two 500s you try to make, you don't qualify. That's rough.
That is tough. But
That's the Indy 500 is just, it's hard to make. Like, it used to be it's hard to make now, but it used to be even harder. That's what Tero Palmroth.
let's get a photo.
Let's get a photo of this guy. Because
He
the
look-
Finnish guys, we know, like Kimi Räikkönen in Formula One, just a badass dude, just an awesome fella.
He looks fairly old in this picture.
Well, maybe he was like a veteran. Oh, yeah, old Tero Palmroth.
That's
This guy was a fighter.
my man's working with some gray there.
Well, he's a veteran. You know what I mean?
That's true.
He's a
He looks a
veteran.
little better in the official portrait of the.
Oh, see those cars? I remember those cars.
He looks
Yeah,
pretty solid
Tero
right there.
Palmroth.
All right.
We're learning more about
We
Indy
are,
500
man.
history here, really every day, which is very exciting.
Every week. I mean, we've got our starting grid going.
The
it's
Ricky Treadway
fantastic.
random. I love that it's Ricky Treadway's thing.
It was the
as
first
well.
one,
The
dude.
Ricky
It's
Treadway
perfect.
random IndyCar driver of the week.
It's perfect, man. He's paying. He's getting money back for fake boobies, and he's
Yeah,
running 500.
which I respect.
It's awesome.
And now we're going racing in St. Louis,
Yes.
which is very. I will be racing. By the way, this is the official announcement. I will be racing for Carlin.
Oh,
number 59 car. No one's really officially announced that yet, which I don't know how that works, but
So we're
I'm
breaking news
racing.
here.
Sort of. I'm on a press conference in a few hours.
Got it.
So yeah,
Awesome. Well, good.
we'll be
dude.
racing there, which is gonna be great. We've not finished worse than 10th there ever, so it's gonna be a great weekend.
Hell yeah.
Carlin wagon.
I'm on the fence of whether or not I will be in attendance.
Okay, all right. Saturday night.
Yeah.
Gonna be great.
have a few either credentials or ticket, whatever, that are working, and honestly, I don't know if there's anybody who wants to go out there with me. So
You should go, bro. Let's ride.
I know, but I want to see another oval before the end of the year.
It's a great race, man.
Under the lights.
They're great promoters there.
Yeah,
and there's a truck race Friday night, which I'm spotting for as well.
Oh, very nice.
I haven't spotted for the truck series before, but I will be spotting for Ryan Truex in the truck series on Friday night.
Hey, good luck.
Daddy's got to work. You know what I mean? Like, let's get a couple $100 to get up there, and I got to pay for dinner.
That's right. So you're at the dirt track Wednesday, Thursday night. Really looking forward to that.
Spotting Friday night in the truck race. Racing Saturday night.
Racing Saturday night in St. Louis. Last oval of the year, right?
Yep. Last oval of the year.
So I'm very, very excited. All right, Conor, Joey.
Yep.
We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.